Let's take a look at a Canadian-made mattress, the Douglas Summit. They promise this bed offers top-tier pressure relief, cooling, and motion isolation, which is a hefty guarantee. So let's put it to the test. I'm Lauren, editor and mattress embedding expert here at Mattress Nerd. I've tested and reviewed hundreds of mattresses, and I brought the Summit into the lab to run it through a series of geeky tests. I'll go in-depth on performance and of course give you my pro-con list. So let's jump right in, but first don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let's get started. I want to start off by letting you all know that Douglas sent us this mattress for free to test and review, and we may earn a commission if you decide to buy. That being said, that commission does not go to me, so I don't really care if you get it or you don't. I'm just here to give you an honest review. So I'm going to start off by giving you some quick hits regarding what to expect when you do buy a Douglas mattress. Now, this bed ships for free, but it only ships to Canada. It'll arrive at your door in a box, and you'll have a full year to try it out, see if you like it. If you don't, you can return it for a full refund. But if you do, you get Douglas's 15-year warranty. But if you want to know more about either policy in depth, you can check out our full written review in the description. Now it's time to look under the hood. I unzipped this mattress to get a good look at the layers and see how they perform. So let's start with the cover. This is a cover that is woven with cooling fibers, and it's supposed to be cool to the touch, and it is. So it accomplishes that goal. Now let's move on to the first comfort layer. Now this is supposed to be cooling gel foam that helps to regulate your temperature. This is not cool to the touch, so do with that what you will. But here we have a layer of cushioning foam that's supposed to add some bounce and cushion to the mattress, and I would say that that's pretty accurate. And here we have our support layer, which is 7 inches of high density foam, which is an inch thicker than what we normally see in a foam bed, so it should be a little more durable. At Mattress Nerd, we like to rate firmness on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is the firmest. And the Douglas Summit is a 6.5 out of 10 on our scale, or medium firm, which is best for the average sleeper. But we also want to see how well this bed responds to your movements using this lacrosse ball. So as I bounce it on the floor, you see it comes right back up to me. Now let's try this on the mattress surface. We're getting some decent bounce for a foam bed, so I would say that combination sleepers shouldn't have trouble switching sleeping positions at night. Now it's time for the most crucial point in the review, sleeping positions. A bed's gonna perform differently based on your sleep position and body types. Let's talk about how the Douglas Summit works for side, back, and stomach sleepers, starting with side sleepers. You all need a mattress that keeps your spine in a straight line and keeps pressure off of the hips and the shoulders. Now, this bed does a great job at offering spinal alignment to side sleepers and mostly does a good job at relieving pressure unless you are a lighter weight side sleeper. We saw pressure in the shoulders when we did our pressure map test. Now on to back sleepers. All you need is a mattress that maintains the natural S-curve of your spine, and the Summit does that for all back sleepers of all sizes. Now, stomach sleepers, you all need a bed that is firm enough to keep the hips elevated and in line with the rest of the spine, and firmer mattresses do this best. So this mattress is going to work well for light to average weight stomach sleepers. Heavier stomach sleepers should look for a firmer, more supportive bed, maybe something with coils. If you sleep with a partner, pet, or child and their movements often wake you up, you want a bed with good motion isolation, which basically keeps motion on one side of the bed and keeps it from transferring across the other side. So we're going to test this with a beaker of liquid. I placed it on that side of the bed where your sleep partner would be, and over here I'm going to simulate some movement. So by pressing my hands into the mattress, mimicking the feel of tossing and turning, the liquid in the beaker isn't really moving that much. But we're going to test it further by dropping a weighted ball into the bed to simulate someone getting in and out. And as I do this, there's a little more movement in that beaker, but it's nothing significant. So I would say this mattress has pretty great motion isolation. Now it's time to test edge support. And edge support refers to the level of support you get around the perimeter of your mattress, so it's really good for couples who need some space from one another. edge of the bed sleepers and seniors and those with mobility issues who rely on the edges to get in and out of bed. Now, all foam bedges don't often have the best edge support, but the Summit is definitely above average. You can see I'm sinking down a bit here, but I feel really supported once I hit that base layer. But as we saw in the construction section, the edges are really malleable and pretty easy to squish together, so it's not going to be the best of the best. So we all know that cost is a huge factor when buying a big ticket item like a mattress. So how much does the Douglas Summit cost? Well, throughout my time testing and reviewing beds, I found that most queen size ones range from anywhere between $500 to $3,500, and this one is around 1,300 Canadian dollars, which I would consider to be a luxury foam mattress. But prices are always changing, so check the link in our description for the most up-to-date pricing. We are near the end of the review, so it's time for the pro-con list, except I like to start out with the bad news, so let's get into the cons. First up, lightweight side sleepers. This may not be the best bed for you. When we tried our pressure map test, we noticed a lot of pressure buildup in the shoulders, so I would recommend something softer for you folks. Next up, this bed only ships to Canada, so if you don't live up north, you don't get to try out the Douglas. And lastly, price. This bed is a little more expensive than I would expect an all foam bed to be, so I would say keep an eye on the website for sales if you really want to try out this bed. But it's time to move on to the pros. First up, this mattress offers great pressure relief for most sleepers, so if you have aches and pains, this is a good option for you. Next up, this bed also offers good motion isolation, so if you sleep with a partner and they toss and they turn, you shouldn't feel their movements. And lastly, this is a good mattress for back sleepers, so if you sleep on your back, you shouldn't have any pain on this mattress. So, bottom line, did the Douglas Summit live up to everything it promised? Well, 2 out of 3. It offered great pressure relief and motion isolation. I would just say the cooling is probably 50-50. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below, and while you're at it, go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. It always helps. And for more content like this, visit us on TikTok and Instagram. Thanks for watching. Bye.